Hey guys, just wanted to make this short, quick video to go over how and prove to you, go over how we generate a clean CPN and go over everything you need to know to ensure that the CPN number, when you purchase it, belongs to you and only you, and it doesn't belong to anyone else, and nobody's getting in trouble for using a stolen identity. Now, right now, there are people out there who are selling selling people's social security numbers as CPN numbers. Those are the horror stories that you hear when you do a Google search. When you, like, a lot of you have heard about CPNs, a lot of you may have not. There's people out there, when you do a Google search, it says, oh, CPNs are legal. Well, yeah, CPNs are illegal. Well, yeah, they're illegal when you sell somebody else's stolen identity or social security number. Well, rest assured, we don't do that. So I'm going to debunk that right now, right in front of you, in your own two eyes. So there's this site, it's called Steve Morris Decoding Social Security Numbers, okay? So there's a lot of information on this site. You can go over it. This link will be under the video so you can play around with it yourself. So for example purposes, so I don't know if you guys know this, but the first 3 digits of your social is where you're born, the state you were born. The middle digits, you can go over here and read. Like I said, you can read everything that you want to about decoding everything. So, but just for example purposes, my social is 247. The first 3 digits of my social is 247. My middle number is 31. I'll go ahead and do this real quick and just and you'll see. So when you put a social in, or put a number, 5 digits, you'll see where it says South Carolina, 1975. I was born in South Carolina, and I was born in 1975. Now, what happens is I can't use that number because it belongs to someone. So what I have to do, or what we have to do, our team has to do, is go out and find a number that's not been issued. And we already have a prefix just set for this video. So 32363. Look, now you see that says it's not issued. That means once it says it's not issued, that means obviously it doesn't belong to anyone, right? So that's great. That's the basic foundation to create a legal CPN, or a clean CPN. Now, what we do is we take this number, and there's a company out there that we have to pay for. It's like a private investigator company. So I'm not logged into the account right now, just for example purposes. So what I would do is basically put that 323 number in there, the 63, and then usually the last 4 numbers you can just make up. I'll be honest with you. So what I usually do is just put the last 4 of your phone number, and then what I'll do is click submit, right? And then if it comes up, here's what happens when it comes up. If I put a number in there and it belongs to someone, it's going to tell me. It's going to say, you know, these are just for example purposes. Valid SSN. It says active. It's not deceased. It was issued in Ohio in around 1975, 1976. Okay, so when I do the search, if it comes back like that, I can't use it, right? It belongs to someone. And then let's say if I try it again, and the search came back with another, the search came back and it said, okay, it's a valid SSN, it's deceased. Well, this person is deceased. Her name is Francis, and everything. It tells you everything. So that right there shows you I cannot use this number, right? And so therefore, this is where a lot of people get in trouble. Once again, all those war stories or horror stories on the Google search is like, you see, people are getting in trouble. That's why, because they're using dead Social Security, or people's numbers that belong to people. Well, once again, we don't. So what would happen is, one more time. So let's just say if I got the first 2 wrong, and let's just say if I generated another 3rd number. And so what would happen is, when it came back, and this is how you get a clean number, you guys. So the number will come back valid. It's going to come back inactive. It's going to come back the state it was issued, and it's going to say reserved for future use. So that means the numbers that you get is going to be valid. It's going to be inactive, which means it doesn't belong to anybody, and clearly it says reserved for future use. Or if I do a search with that number, and it's just a bad number, period, invalid SSN, or invalid number. So yeah, that is how it's legally done. So you guys can, don't worry about if you're getting a stolen identity or anything like that, because you're not. So I just wanted to debunk all the negativity that you may see on Google and all that stuff. And I just showed you with your own two eyes exactly how it's done. With that being said, get started today.